One day, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, who was living at the Radhastami at that time, went to the bank of Jamuna at around noon to take a midday bath. As he approached the bank of the Jamuna, he saw a golden lotus flower floating on the water. In fleurs, pareil au lotus, qui flottait sur la rivière. And shining brightly like 1,000 suns. Vrishabhanu immediately waded into the river, and when he came near to the golden lotus flower, he beheld the most beautiful and radiant form of a baby girl lying within the petals of the lotus. Did you read it? At that same moment, Lord Brahma suddenly appeared in the sky and, speaking in a grave voice, informed Vrishabhanu that in his previous life, Vrishabhanu and his wife Kirtida had performed great austerities in order to get the consort of Lord Vishnu as their daughter. Yeah. Lord Brahma told Vrishabhanu that this girl was the origin of the goddess Lakshmi, and that he should take great care of her. Lord Brahma then placed the baby girl in the arms of Vrishabhanu, who became overjoyed, and after taking permission from Lord Brahma, returned to his home. Seeing the beautiful baby girl shining like millions of autumnal moons, Mother Kirtida was overcome with joy and immediately arranged for all kinds of religious rites to be performed, and donated thousands of cows to the Brahmins. We have no idea the opulence of these previous ages. At that time, baby Radhika was placed in a gem-studded cradle and gently rocked back and forth by all the little girls of the village. Day by day, her luster increased, just like the digits of the moon. Within a short while, it was observed that the baby girl made no noise and had not yet opened her eyes. Vrishabhanu and his wife feared that their baby girl was perhaps blind from birth and also dumb. At that time, Srila Narada Muni visited the home of Vrishabhanu. Vrishabhanu and Mother Kirtida are not ordinary souls. And so Narada Muni came to their home and informed him that regardless of the girl's apparent blindness, they should continue with the birth celebrations. Vrishabhanu therefore made elaborate arrangements for a lavish birth celebration and sent out invitations to all the residents of Ravala and Gokula, and especially to his dear friend Nanda Maharaj and his family. On the appointed day, the guests had assembled and the birth celebrations were going on in great jubilation. Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai had arrived with Rohini and also brought their small children, Krishna and Balaram. Kirtida met with Yashoda and told her that she was very happy to have such a beautiful daughter, but was feeling rather distraught because her child was both dumb and blind. Krishna had just passed his first birthday and was happily crawling around the courtyard on his hands and knees. Arriving at the cot in which Radhika was lying, Krishna held on to the sides and managed to lift himself up. He then peered into the cot, where his gaze fell upon the beautiful moon-like face of baby Radhika. As soon as baby Radhika smelt the exotic fragrance of Krishna's transcendental body, she immediately opened her eyes. For the very first time, and looked directly at Krishna, who was the first person that she had ever seen. As Krishna gazed lovingly at baby Radhika, he began smiling ecstatically. Radhika then suddenly began to cry. Remember, she hadn't made one sound from her mouth yet. And then she begins to cry, and for the very first time, she made a sound. Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, along with all the assembled Brajavasis, were overjoyed to find out that their beloved daughter, Radhika, was not blind nor dumb at all. Nor dumb after all. In the Radha Rasa Shuddha Nidhi it says, so powerful is the glancing of her eyes that the flute slips from Krishna's hands. His peacock crown starts to slip, and his yellow shawl becomes displaced as he swoons and falls to the ground. Alas, will I ever get the chance to serve with love and devotion such a person as Radharani? That's it. That's a very beautiful story. Huh? So, just a few more things. On a encore 5 minutes. Hein? Attends. C'est que j'ai jamais voulu de patron toute ma vie. J'ai jamais voulu travailler pour un autre. On est tous des serviteurs, finalement. Hein? Such a more nectar from Srila Prabhupada. Radha and Krishna are one. And when Krishna desires to enjoy pleasure, he manifests himself as Radharani. The spiritual exchange of love between Radha and Krishna is the actual display of the internal pleasure potency of Krishna. Although we speak of when Krishna desires, just when he did desire, we cannot say. We only speak in this way because in conditioned life, we take it that everything has a beginning. However, in the absolute or spiritual life, there is neither beginning nor end. Étant donné que nous sommes dans une situation où on est dans un corps matériel et on est conditionné à penser qu'on est ce corps. On pense toujours en termes de début et fin. M. Prabhupada explique que dans le monde spirituel, il n'y a ni de début ni de fin, car tout est éternel. Tout est nouveau tout le temps. Alors, on ne peut jamais dire, however, dans le sens de l'absolu ou spirituel, la vie n'a jamais de début ni de fin. Yet, in order to understand that Radha and Krishna are one, and that they also become divided, the question is, when? Automatically, when comes to mind. When Krishna desired to enjoy his pleasure potency, he manifested himself in the separate form of Radharani. And when he wanted to understand himself through the agency of Radha, he united with Radharani. And that unification is called? Wow, fantastic. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahe Nahe. Alors, le Seigneur Chaitanya Mahaprabhu est Radha et Krishna en un. Alors, pour goûter, pour savourer l'amour que Radharani a pour lui, Krishna, il s'est incarné dans la forme de Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On dit qu'il y a 3 raisons principales pour son apparition, le Seigneur Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. C'est sûr qu'il est venu pour satisfaire la demande, la prière de son dévot, son pur dévot, son expansion. Il est Vishnu Tattva. Finalement, il est Krishna lui aussi. Mais c'est Sri Advaita qui a fait des prières sur le bord de la Gange, a adoré la plante Tulasi, et il a invoqué Krishna de venir. Alors, il est venu pour satisfaire ses dévots, pour établir la méthode de réalisation spirituelle dans cet art, qui est le chant des saints noms. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Et encore plus intime, c'est qu'il est venu comme Radharani, pour goûter à cet amour qu'elle a pour lui. C'est inconcevable. On est quand même très néophyte dans notre chemin vers la vérité absolue. Il est sûr et certain que la formule pour pouvoir arriver à un point où on vraiment réalise toutes ces choses-là, c'est quand nous sommes purs et quand nous sommes complètement abandonnés et soumis au maître spirituel authentique et à Krishna. Et parce que le Seigneur se révèle à celui qui l'adore avec amour et dévotion. Il se révèle. Alors, Bhaktyamam avijanati, yavan yaschasmi tatvada. Par l'amour et la dévotion, le Seigneur se révèle. La vérité nous est révélée. And it comes from within. So it's a very transcendental process.